good? What's going on, everybody? You already know who this is, and it's definitely your favorite soulful child. Yeah, Shark come back to you once again. Yeah. And y'all already know I gotta keep bringing with the hottest artists that you know out there. And man, y'all wouldn't guess who I ran into, man. I brought my man, the famous, my man coming in banging, and y'all already began tune in and wilding out. You better go tune in. It's JAVEN CANNON in the building. Yo, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to dive into him, y'all. We're going to connect with him. And we're going to get to know more about his music. It's popping, man. Again, if you have not tapped into JAVEN CANNON's music, hey, stop what you're doing right now. Go tap into it, okay? So we're going to talk about it. So, JAVEN, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing well. Happy to be here. Super excited to be here. How about you?
I'm good, man. Hey, especially we diving in with you. Got to be hyped up.
Hey, man, let's get it. Let's talk about it.
Gotta be hyped up, man. So how your day been so far?
My day's been smooth, you know what I'm saying? Wake up early, top of the top, you know what I'm saying? Went to work, got that out the way. Now I'm here talking to you, you know what I'm saying? I can't ask you too much more.
Yeah, man. And I know we was chopping up right before we got on, but I want people to get to dive in a little bit to you as well. So, man, so blessing to be on with you, you know, and it's always up to the Most High to definitely tap into good people like you, man. So I want you to talk about your latest song that we talked about, let everybody know what it is, and shout it out to mostly everybody that was into that project as well.
Well, yeah, so I've probably been doing music for about 2 years now. I've always been a writer. So just writing different things, whether it be poetry, plays, and, you know, various raps in different times of my life. But actually taking it serious, it's probably been about 2 years. So in that time, just pushing into the studio, I connected with one of my friends from DC when I went to Howard University. Just moving around, just going to the studio, I bumped into a guy named KJ. And we built like a real dope like artist working relationship. We go into the studio together, working on music.
Right.
Long story short, one day he come into, you know, the apartment saying he got the song that he's been working on is the crazy song. Can't nobody rap on it because it's the dopest verse. So he's coming, you know, talking up the song. I mean, it's a basketball song. It's a concept song. It's about basketball, but talking to a girl, teaching her how to play basketball, sexual innuendo. But you know what I'm saying? We get the whole thing. And the song was dope, super fire, the hook was fire. Super dope beat. So I wrote to it. We ended up laying it, and nothing happened for about a year. My feelings over the song was that it was an amazing song, but it was so conceptual that it would be kind of difficult to like, you know what I'm saying, maneuver with it. And that the best thing for it would probably be on like a basketball movie soundtrack or something like that. But how the heck that's gonna happen? So fast forward for about a year later, my brother's doing a movie about basketball, women's basketball called She Ball. I was like, hey, we got this one song. So, you know what I'm saying, connected, let him hear, he loved it, and kind of the rest is history. So that song was placed on the soundtrack to, you know, the movie She Ball that just came out on the 10th of August. So that's the soundtrack is coming out like a little later this month. So that's executive produced by Chris Brown and Birdman.
Okay.
Chris Brown is on the album. Roddy Ricch is on it. Lil Wayne is on it. Side of it, like, you know, everybody kind of wanted that joint on it right now. So and we on that thing too. So go ahead and check that.
So did you like feel like it was like deja vu when you wrote the song and then he popped out with the movie, you know, and you're like, okay, I wrote the song a while back and now this movie's out. I want to put the song onto the movie.
Now I definitely felt like something that was, you know, I would say spoken into existence almost, or just something that was manifested might be even a better word for it.
Definitely.
Put in the work for it, sat on it, kind of had all of the work done already. And it was just kind of sitting in my head, the idea. And it was interesting to me, like exactly what I spoke happened. One, just kind of understanding that power, but watching it happen on like that, I didn't even really expect it to go like it went perfect. It went exactly how dang, that's kind of crazy. So it was definitely a feeling. It wasn't necessarily a feeling of like deja vu, but it was like, you know, it wasn't the first time that I manifest something or spoke something into existence. So it's like, oh wow. But understanding that it's like you got a superpower and you realize like, oh, I can fly. It's like, oh, I can fly at this high. I didn't realize I can go this high. So
It's like the power of the tongue, you know,
right.
Manifestation. I believe in all that, man. So definitely you, especially when you wake up and you grind toward that every day, it's like you definitely got to get a positive outcome from it. So maybe that happened at the time that you thought it was, you know, needed to be, but it was perfect, right?
100%.
So what would you say, since you started music about 2 years ago, taking it serious, what project or what song was most difficult or challenging for you?
See where I am, and reflecting back on the 2 years that I've been in my like journey, I'm like a hoarder of music. I'm not really, I got that problem right now, like struggling to put it out. But over the course of these like 2 years, I feel like my focus was just to get better. Like I wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, stream this amount of numbers or I have this many songs to do. Like, no, I just wanted to hear myself get better. I think this for like the first year was just to proving to myself that like, no, I have what it takes. Like I can write quality material. I can mastering and perfecting my voice, how to use it over what beats. So it's really just because I always feel like I could rap, but being able to rap is only one part of being a good rapper. There's only one part of being able to make good rap music, not the ability to rap. So understanding that is like, okay, there's kind of more I need to work on. I got the bass, but I need more than that. So over like this year, a year and a half, especially with Corona, you know, keeping everybody in the house, that was really just my grind, like just get nice, like just make as many songs as you possibly can, like. So that was that time. So I don't, to answer your question, I don't think it was a particular song. It was more so just the process. That was where, you know, the hardest thing for me to mastering my process, creating my process and mastering.
I like the key word you said, mastering, you know, mastering yourself. You're not judging yourself or comparing yourself to no one else grind but your own. And so, like you said, you put it out there, you're listening to it, and you just want to get the, you know, get to see your growth basically in each song. So I like that, that you didn't really find, I mean, I guess each song challenged you a different way. I guess you could say it like that. And then, so when you started doing music, did you also jump into Wildin' Out, Fourth Artist Seriously too, or how did that come about?
Nah, it was, well, that's like a whole different journey. But it was also like a layered one. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me getting on Wildin' Out is just part of the reason I went to Howard. Like, so just kind of my brother believing in me, wanting to invest in me, putting stuff into me. Right. So before having conversations with him, like I would have never went to Howard. I wanted to go to East Carolina University because it was a beautiful campus. It was cheap. It was close to home. Like had everything I personally need. It wasn't until, you know, having a conversation with him that he kind of brought my perspective. And I ended up there. So in the course of me ending or almost completing my time at Howard, so probably like my senior year.
Okay.
He kind of, well, we had a conversation and it's just like, what you want to do now? Like, you know, I kind of threw some things across his path. It's like, okay, we can make that work. Like, all right, so what do you think the first step is to get there? Like, well, I kind of want to be around Wildin' Out. He's like, oh, that's easy. So then, you know, maybe a couple months later, I don't really remember the timeline, but whenever the next season arrived, I was there. But I was a production assistant, which is basically just the runner, the Aaron person of the set. So I was super excited. Exactly. Okay. I was super excited, came to work every day, super fresh, to like take trash out and like run to the store to get like candy because E-Man, he wants some candy and I don't got no more on set. Or, you know what I'm saying, the toilet got clogged up, so now we need a plunger. So we need you to go to Walmart and like get a plunger for production so we can unclog it. Like, oh, all right. That was kind of my first season. So I was literally starting at the lowest position and had to work my way up from there. Moving on to like wanting to work with the creatives. So I started then from just being a regular production assistant, I was a writing production assistant. with the creative consultants that kind of gave me access to the cast members and able to like play some of the games and workshops, where in rehearsals and stuff like that.
Right.
So being able to get in that room, I was able to show, hey, I'm kind of funny. Like, I clap a little bit too, y'all know. So, and then from there, impressed with a couple of the producers. I've been around the family forever. I'm like literally watching me grow up from a little big-headed little boy to like a big-headed man. So impressing them, impressing some, new faces. I was able to like bring it to my brother, like, hey, you might be ready to do it.
Right.
So long story short, that next season, I think it was my first time touching the stage. So it was like a 4-season journey.
And did you expect it to be like that, where like you had to work all the way from the bottom?
Oh yeah, no, I knew.
Yeah, no full facts.
Oh, yeah, nah. I didn't expect to just walk on.
No, for real.
One is that's not my brother didn't play that.
That's fair. Okay. That's what's up. I like that you definitely expressed that you had to start from the bottom and then you had to, take those levels up. And then when you finally touched the stage, was there what was the wildest moment for you? Like, what did you remember on the stage?
You watched the show?
I watched the show. I love the show. Me personally, I like when they had the shoes. Like,
That's what I meant. You seen it? You see what happened to me? You see what they did to me? But yeah, that's undoubtedly the craziest thing that ever happened to me on any stage. Like, I'm normally the bully on stage. Like, oh man. So one, that's a little humbling. But it was that moment was I'm not gonna say it was difficult at all, but it was the wildest moment for sure. But like also like one of the dopest moments I ever had on stage. Like people think just because you're not on top, you're not the one doing the winning, that it's a loss. Like, nah. Like that was my first. I was literally sharing stage with legends, people I've been fans of since I was a kid.
No, facts.
Literally some of the funniest people in the world, some of the best roasters in the world, Craig. Not the state, the world. You know what I'm saying? So one, to be able to just share the stage with them. Two, to be able to take the joke from them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to share the court with Kobe, he's gonna shoot some fadeaways in your face. LeBron gonna get a fast break. He's gonna steal the ball from you. He's gonna chase you down.
It's gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get a chase down block for you. That's LeBron. That's D Wade. That's KD over there. Like, and if you want to be on this court, you better figure out.
You better do something.
You better figure out what you do and do it well. So that moment was crazy, but at the end of it, you know what I'm saying? Chico Beans gave me, like, said some of the realest words, and he dapped me up. Like, hey, they didn't know you before, they're gonna know you now. So,
no, for real. No, they don't know you now.
Like, you can take this as a loss. You can feel like we bullying you. You can feel like we just compelled knowing you. But what actually happened is that we just introduced you to the world. Like,
yeah.
You could have just been standing on the sideline and we didn't say a word to you and nobody would have noticed you. We just introduced you to the entire world. So
everybody know you now. Yeah.
Your first episode, the world know you. Congratulations, young boy. So shout out to the legends. Shout out to the big
homie. For real. Shout out to definitely all the legends on WILDin Out, man. And shout out to your brother Nick Cannon. It's definitely love, man. And definitely he putting you in the positions to definitely eat. Like you said, it's a family thing. So he's giving you more gems to eat off of. And so what are some future projects that you are working on right now that you want everybody to look forward to if they have not already tapped into you right now? Because if you haven't, you're already lost. You know what I'm saying?
Man, definitely. I'm definitely a big world dominating plan going on. So I'm in the middle of it right now. But what's next is probably definitely more music. Starting to release music. I got a big arsenal of stuff that I'm super excited to release. I'm working on another joint project with the same person that we have, my friend KJ, who's he actually just, if y'all noticed the phone pause, they froze it for a second. He actually just called me. We're supposed to be in the studio right now, but so yeah, we have a mixtape that we're working on. I'm gonna do my own solo project. Just working more. I'm working in various areas. Talking to Power 106 every morning. So if anybody listening and watching this podcast in the LA area, check your boy out. I work, WILDin Out is shooting again. Well, we're currently airing the new season 16, that I was also a part of as being on the cast and working as a, creative consultant. I think my first episode aired the first night, which was last Tuesday, yep.
Tuesday, yeah.
So yeah, that's going on. We're shooting again in October. So season 17 is coming very, very soon.
Stay tuned.
More hilarity is coming. Then working on the Nick Cannon talk show.
Okay, yeah.
Which is taking place in New York. I'll be working part of that. So there's a lot to keep my hands in, but also like developing me. I want to do, print work. I think I'm a little handsome. I think I can take a couple pictures. I'm talking about. So I'll see people of mine seeing my face a couple places.
Like that.
So things like that. I want to, branch out more. I've done a lot of work behind the scenes, but now, at a certain point, it's going to be time for me to creep in front of the scenes and, show my abilities and my skills and show, what I'm able to do. I went to Howard and graduated with a degree in television and film production. So I want to direct. I got movies. I got plays. I have a long, extensive performing arts background. So there's a lot of things that I want to create on my own and I want to put my name on.
Right.
So right now is the time of just perfecting, gathering all the tools, doing all the work, getting all the groundwork. But stay tuned, because
stay tuned.
Domination is the plan.
So what would you say to people right now listening, and they were like, man, I want to put that time, put that grind in, but they feel like they can't make it. What would you say right now, man?
That if they feel like they can't make it, they won't. And if they feel like they can make it, they will. It's literally as simple as that. And I think people get the confused and misconception that just because something is simple, that is easy. Like, no, there's a very fundamental difference between simple and easy. Like, it's simple to become a doctor. All you gotta do is go to school. Go to school, get your medical degree. Simple. It's 2 steps. But that's a hard 2 steps to complete. Like going to school. So it's just a fundamental difference. But it starts with the mind. It starts with you tell yourself. It starts with you wake up and feed and pour into yourself every day. It starts with the self-talk that you tell yourself. You can have an amazing seed, you have amazing soil, amazing water, but if you talk down to the plant every day, it's not gonna grow.
Yeah, man. Facts. Facts. You gotta feed it positivity.
So for those people that want to do it but feel like they can't, you got to start with feeling like you can't. You can't, you won't. And if you will, then do. And just because once you start putting those active steps in, once you start putting the work in, like we were saying at the top of this, like, and I've experienced it personally, it doesn't mean it's going to come when you think it's going to come. It's going to arrive in a moment. But if you continue to put in the work, if you continue to put in the effort, if you continue to do everything in your power to get a place, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get to that place that you put all the work in, but you're going to get somewhere. You're going to make progression. You're going to grow. You're going to move forward. And that's all we can ask for is progression. So
just keep doing
change that mindset, man. You can do whatever you tell yourself you can do, even if you tell yourself you can't. So
you're going to do it. Whichever way you go, you're going to do it. And that's the most big thing. You got to keep putting yourself up, man. And everybody that's listening right now, I want y'all to dive into my man, JAVEN CANNON, man. Hey, look, tell everybody if they have not, by this time, figure out how to follow you, man. Tell everybody where to follow you on social media, because you're a busy man, so they got to keep up with you when they have not.
The best way to get in contact with me is on Instagram. You want to be a part of the movement. You want to watch what I do as I do it. Instagram, The King Cannon, the King Cannon, CANNON. Follow your boy. You know what I'm saying? I try to be as interactive as I can. I don't really do the social media thing like that, but I'm trying to get better at it. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot to pay attention to. There's a lot I think people would enjoy tapping into. So especially, and there's going to be even more to come.
Right.
So stay tuned.
Hey, stay tuned. Watch my man on WILDIN OUT. Check him out. And listen, like I said, if they have not known your name by the first episode, man, they've been sleeping. So catch up and dive into his music. Definitely more features and definitely connections that he got coming soon. Vibing with his voice, man. Thank you for sharing your voice with everyone too, man. It's definitely crazy just even to tap in with you, man. And it's a blessing. Always, man. I say you're a busy man, so we ain't gonna keep you too long. But look, if you don't know by now, the P.E.G podcast, that look, Char loves you. Know that JAVEN Cannon. Love y'all. Shout out to Nick Cannon and all the greats on the Wildin' Out, man. And like I said, y'all keep love, live to inspire, and y'all stay tapped into the P.E.G podcast, y'all. Yeah, man.